Hi guys, so sorry. For whatever reason, it didn't want to embed the first time I did it, and then I had to do it on my phone because my internet is terrible. So I wanted to talk real quick about Netflix and kind of how their organizational policy and communication works. And I mean, it's a great example of a large, billion-dollar company utilizing social media as a way for getting their information out. And I think that's really exciting because these types of communication or these organization wide ways of providing changes in policy, providing even statements, things like that, can be honestly really hard to find sometimes. And I mean, as someone who currently works for an organization who does everything through email, it's easy to lose important information because I get thousands, well, not thousands, but you know what I mean, many, many emails a day. And so I'm not always seeing things that are important. However, I'm also on my social media. And if I'm seeing on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram that something is being said, I'm going to pay attention. Similarly, it also makes it more personable. As many of us know or have seen, you see Netflix responding to TikTok videos, Instagram comments, memes. Like, they're very present and they're very personal, which kind of makes them feel there's more of an emotional connection than just getting an email for them. For example, recently their price went up, and I actually saw on, I think, Twitter and Facebook first that they were raising their prices before I even got the email. And that way I was aware of that. And so say I hadn't seen the email, but I had seen that my charge had gone up, I wasn't going to be questioning it because I understood what was happening. Similarly, I kind of researched a little bit about this, and in their article, I am struggling with the name. It's in Spanish, but the actual article or I'm losing my train of thought. The Comunicación y Sociedad. They talk about how for any streaming service, it's less about the amount of views that you get and more about how people are talking about the show, movie, whatever it is that you're streaming. And so that was kind of interesting to me because you would immediately think, like with most businesses, especially like streaming services, it's all about the numbers. It's about the number of subscriptions, the number of viewers, all of that. Numbers are so important. However, this is not the case. It is how people are talking about it. So if we're seeing stitches on TikToks, memes about it, all of that, and that's going to draw people in. So utilizing social media, especially since social media is free and, well, mostly free, and there's very little marketing that you have to do. It's not complicated, it's easy to be done, it reaches a huge audience. That's something that can be utilized by huge industries or organizations like Netflix. However, it can also be utilized by smaller businesses, kind of taking those same practices and implementing them on a smaller scale, reaching out to their communities, their states, their cities. And so I would kind of look at that in a real life application. So this is a great way for even a smaller or a smaller business to communicate something that they need their guests or they need their subscribers to know, whether that's a policy change, whether it's an organizational change, even if that's store hours are shifting. Using social media and encouraging your customers to use or follow you on your social media is a great way to do it rather than sending out an email, sending out a flyer in the mail. Those can so easily get lost or overlooked. So that would kind of be how I would look at organizational change in a great way to effectively communicate how your organization is changing. Thank you.